This is Ringside Renaissance Unreal.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I don't know. Are we good? Are we good? Yeah, this shit's about to get controversial. Might want to buckle up. Jesse, ring the bell.
It's an unreal bell.
You are now listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast.
And we're back for another episode of Ringside Renaissance Unreal Edition. Coming off of Saturday night's main event. And we are, as seen on Netflix, Busted Open Approved, the original bad boys of the wrestling podcast world. And we are rated RR for Ringside Renaissance. And I'm here with the best co-host, the best tag team partner, the best friend in the world, very deadly Jesse. Yeah. And I'm Andrew Kombat Jones. Click, clack, baby. Knicks in 5. We're still champs. Saturday night main event was crazy.
Oh, man.
The IWC is in shambles in all types of ways. All types of controversial stuff going on. WWE Unreal Season 3 is in full swing. Liv Morgan is is setting the IWC ablaze.
Okay.
CM Punk, Danhausen, the Knicks. Saturday night's main event, as I said. It's all going crazy, and we are on our road to SummerSlam.
Ooh.
And
In Minneapolis, Minnesota.
In Minneapolis, Minnesota. And we got to shout out big old Dave LaGreca out there, because Busted Open Pro Wrestling 24/7 on Sirius XM is going WWE, and the sickos are not happy. They are puking their brains out right now in the toilet. Yeah.
I gotta say, man, like when I heard this news, I said WWE's a bunch of posers, because we've been Busted Open approved for months now.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden
Yes.
WWE's exclusive with them. Once we've been exclusive with Busted Open for a long time, people don't know we are a
Yes.
close affiliate with Busted Open Radio and Dave LaGreca. But
Yes. AJ Galante, the Trashers, also the bad boys of the wrestling podcast world. He's got to come back on again soon. We got to get that happen. We got to shout out my brother, or Unk215 now,
yeah.
for appearing. Now he's part of the Netflix crew that we are already a part of. He's got his name in the credits, but I was on Raw, of course, as you know, and they don't show the credits for after Raw, so that's why our name wasn't in there. But nonetheless, congratulations. Your thoughts on Unreal season 3?
It's a good one. It's they show a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And,
you didn't watch it, did you?
Did not watch it. I did not.
I know.
I heard a lot of things about it. A lot of controversy. I like how the IWC is automatically thinking like they're all insiders now. Like, let's just watch Unreal and we know the happenings behind the scenes. Like, this isn't a scripted show to go along with what's going on in the ring. You know what I mean? Like, people kind of don't realize that connection there. They kind of think that everything they see in Unreal is 100% real. When
there's some interesting stuff in this season.
Okay.
I will break it down for you a little bit.
Okay, DX.
John. Yeah, break it down, baby. X-Pac style. John Cena's got a big part in it, obviously, with the farewell tour leading up from SummerSlam and going on, talking about, the heel turn, why they turned it good, and, the stuff with CM Punk was great. And obviously with John Cena talking about the tap out to Gunther, and you know, a lot of hate was made off that. A lot of people didn't like it. Some people did like it. You know, I think we liked. I liked it at the time. I didn't give a shit. So, not going to get into that. We had almost a full episode about Larry. Actually, it was a real tearjerker. I'll honestly have to say. So, rest in peace to Larry. You know, big episode for CM Punk and AJ Lee coming back, and a lot of stuff with that. It was interesting. Yeah, Stephanie Vaquer with the whole Liv Morgan thing. She had an interesting part after the WrestleMania match between her and Liv happened, and Liv had won, of course. Dom was sitting behind the scenes drooling at the screen watching Liv do her dance routine to her hit song, which is over 1 million streams now, you know.
Okay.
How
many of that are yours?
Let's not get into that. But
okay.
Yeah, she's she knows where to spend that money, and people aren't liking it. Yeah, but I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Anyways, Stephanie Vaquer had said some interesting things and went away, and she said she needed to take some time off almost, and then get her mind or body right or something like that. And I thought it was interesting, and yeah, it was just kind of like a odd, awkward moment with her, but she's been through a lot in life, I guess, and so on and so forth. They showed, and CM Punk talking about how he's 47 and he's the best 47-year-old wrestler on the planet. And he had said, which is in the past, he said, when I come back, and that was at WrestleMania, I'm going to be more jacked than ever, and I'm going to be better than ever. And look what we got. Yeah.
No more straight edge Punk.
He
if you ask Jeff Hardy, he hasn't been straight edge in quite a while.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. You can't. Don't take that Ambien to go to sleep, Punk. You're screwing up the whole vibe.
I saw clips from like the whole Larry thing with him and AJ Lee, and then you know, the controversial take of AJ Lee saying she had the same contract as CM Punk, and
a men's contract or something like that. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? And that was a lot of controversy too, because we don't know. We thought she and May just came for like a few months to do that thing and then leave, but it seems like she's gonna come back at some point now.
Okay,
possibly.
You think?
From what? Yeah. It seems so. Comic-Con is going on right now. Danhausen is
killing
taking Punk's money on stage as we speak. They're unveiling all types of new action figures. With Danhausen got his figures, so Mattel will not be cursed. The iguana is biting Punk, but yeah, Punk and AJ Lee are there. Danhausen's there. They're all there. The figures are all there at San Diego Comic-Con. Looks like a good time. And shout out to Soto 619, which is right there, right up front. Looks like. So hopefully he gets some great interviews and has a great time too. Because I'm jealous, man. That's always wanted to go to San Diego Comic-Con.
I just want to go to San Diego in general, but I gotta say, Soto 619 making all these appearances everywhere, and he does not let anybody know about Ringside Renaissance, even though he is a big supporter and a contributor. I would say like a partnership that we have a little bit lately, and doesn't even shout us out. So we're gonna have to reassess all that stuff. I gotta say real quick because this is a Knicks podcast now, as long as we're wrestling. Are you wearing a Knicks necklace?
Oh, baby, yeah.
Oh my God, man! Did you buy that too? Is that part of the championship collection right here?
It's part of the championship collection.
Okay,
yes. They sent it to me as like a ring. I had Danhausen put in a word for me, for when he gets it. I don't get a ring, but I do get a blinged out necklace, like Josh Hart and Kat were wearing during the parade celebration that they had made. So they made me one too. So
you had to go
Ringside
get your
Renaissance is part of it.
You had to go get your bedazzled Knicks shirt dry cleaned, so you didn't have it for the episode. You had to put your necklace on. I got you.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
I just want to make sure. I have to go back to the Unreal thing, man. So in line with everything, I might have to watch next season to be honest with you.
Okay.
Just because they're probably going to feature Danhausen a lot in the next season.
Okay, so that's the thing, and while I was watching it, I was like, "Are they going to show Danhausen? Are they going to show Danhausen?" Because we got Survivor Series. We were at Survivor Series. We had like Punk or AJ Lee backstage, and behind them, you could see the Ghoulhausens, and then they were on stage at one point talking about whatever
Elimination Chamber. Yeah.
or Elimination Chamber. Sorry, in
Yes.
Chicago.
I'm sorry. Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah,
yep,
yeah,
yep.
yeah, in Chicago. Yep. And so they were in Chicago Elimination Chamber, and they're backstage, and you see the Ghoulhausens, and then they're on the ramp or whatever, and you see the box, the crate that he came out of there. And then at one point, during Unreal, I think it was during the part where they were at WrestleMania, it was extremely disturbing. I think I saw Danhausen with makeup on, with scary makeup on. Yeah, on stage. Yeah, and it was completely disturbing to see him without his normal face. You know.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. Yep. So shout out to Danhausen.
Shout out to Danhausen, man. Yeah, so
but I the mystique with it. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good idea with Danhausen.
Okay.
I don't if for Unreal, like, you know what I'm saying?
He needs to keep his kayfabe up like the Undertaker. He can't
Right.
he can't sway away from that. That's just too much.
Yeah, and they might go ahead and do it. I don't know. You know, it should be interesting to see if they pull the trigger on that. I don't know if they should.
I'm confused about. So a lot of discourse online about Danhausen, like, oh, WWE's overexposing him. They're doing too much with him. He's going to get burnt out. Like, fans are going to get burnt out on, like, this isn't supposed to be like a protected character that like is going to make his way to the top of the card. And I'm just confused about what people think Danhausen is supposed to be. Like, this is what everything that you see on TV with Danhausen is what he is. Like, that's. They're doing exactly Danhausen. Like, I don't understand.
That's what's great about it. And there's more layers Danhausen, Evilhausen, that we don't know, that people will soon see at some point, possibly, and other stuff. But he just keeps doing amazing work. Yeah, so there's a lot of controversy. A lot of people were expressing their opinions online about Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio. Whether it be one way or another, they think Dom should be elevated more, or they think Dom sucks and it's one way or another, and or they don't think they should be having the match. But I think it's perfect. Like, and we weren't quite understanding why Danhausen was going against JD McDonough at first and not Dominic Mysterio at MSG at Saturday Night's Main Event, but now we understand why, because it was leading up to their match at SummerSlam, which I think is going to be hilarious and awesome.
And it's also not random because WWE is so good with long-term storytelling. If you remember Danhausen's first night on Raw, he cursed Dominic, and that's when he lost his Intercontinental title to Penta. So, like,
yeah,
it's like this whole everything comes full circle, and I'm just very confused about like why people think that like Danhausen has to be protected more. I don't know exactly what the heck they're thinking, but if you know anything about Danhausen, like, this is, like I said, this is what it is. I mean, you're not, what you see is what you get, and this is what we're getting. I mean, he is still top of the merch charts, I believe. He's top of, you know, he's what everybody wants to come see. You see adults wearing his shirt, kids wearing his shirt, everything in between. He's killing it right now. And, you know, Zeus, shout out Zeus, our friend online. He asked earlier who the most over wrestler in WWE is right now. And it's like, Danhausen's got to be close to the top of that list. I mean,
yeah.
Obafemi, obviously. Roman Reigns is always going to be there. CM Punk, kind of whatever. Yep. But, like, Danhausen's right there with these top name guys, world heavyweight champions. Like, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. But it's just the reality right now.
Yeah. And that brings us back to Saturday Night's Main Event, which is, seems like, I don't know, there's a lot of mixed feelings on it and controversy on it. I personally loved it, and I don't know if it's because I'm biased because I'm a Knicks fan, but I feel like at this point, the Knicks are America's team. And
oh, my God.
But
Okay.
regardless, people are
Okay.
like just mad. It's like, oh, well, they're just catering to Knicks fans in New York. Nobody knows who Jalen Brunson is. Nobody knows who Karl Anthony Towns is. Nobody knows anything about the NBA. Like, but we know everything about wrestling. Like, what are you hiding under a rock? Like, y'all go to Fanatics Fest, y'all do all this other stuff, and you don't know what it is.
Yeah,
This is not the first time they've been on TV.
This
give me a break.
is a trope for wrestling. Like if you go to a town where there's a championship team,
Yes.
they get involved somehow, or
Right.
even a celebrity like in the front row gets involved in the tussle or whatever. And I don't know. I understand like the international crowds kind of not maybe being in the loop somewhat, but like if you know, and going back to Danhausen, like
Right.
you had to have followed the whole thing with the Knicks being cursed by Danhausen or Stephen A. Smith, and
So
then
how do
being
you not
uncursed
know what the fuck is going on with it? Like,
I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me.
What better way to milk everything and make it a spectacle and bring the Knicks in and do what they did? People say they overdid it, and Roman Reigns shouldn't have been out there with Brunson at the end, like, and it fell flat. And it shouldn't. The match should have been last. Like I thought it was perfect. I thought it was great, especially and going back to the Danhausen match with the cat. I can't believe I didn't see it coming with the black cat he had prior to that in the cage. What was on SmackDown or whatever, and nobody thought anything of it. And then he puts it in the thing, and then Karl Anthony Towns comes out looking huge, looking jacked, and damn, when he stepped over the top rope like Kane or the Undertaker, I was like, oh shit.
Here we
I
go.
was like, okay, here we go. He knows what he's doing, and delivered 2 great choke slams from what I thought. It looked good. They had a good moment, him and Danhausen, and they had a good match. JD and Dom, they all played their part, and it was good. I had no problems with that.
Even though I rib you all the time for like the Knicks and everything else, I'm a Celtics fan, obviously, but like, I thought the way, like you said, the way they played it off, even the thing with Jalen Brunson coming out, then presenting the championship belt, that was for the crowd, whatever. Right. And you're a Knicks fan, so you get it and stuff. So I can understand where some people have the discourse, but like they're obviously continuing to push the narrative of the match between Seth and Roman at SummerSlam, and that, because the best part of all of this is when Seth's music played and Tyrese Haliburton came out.
I
was so excited for that. I said, because again, long-term storytelling, like their face-to-face they had a couple years ago. Was it last year or 2 years ago? In a WWE ring,
Yes. Yep.
I said, this is just perfect. I mean,
and this time
Tyrese
was a little more hesitant to get in the ring. He wasn't having it this time with Roman Reigns being out there with Jalen. Even with Jalen having the brace on his arm, he's like, no, he's the Finals MVP now. I see what he can do. Like he's evolved fully. I don't want to fuck with Brunson. I seen what he did to the 7'5" alien. Like, I'm just a mere mortal. I'm going to stay out of this. This is all you, Seth. I'm just here for the distraction. And we had Jalen Brunson, the hero, the king of New York, stepping in to save the OTC, getting in front of Seth Rollins. This had nothing to do with you. This had nothing to do with you.
The fuck's Jalen Brunson going to do to Seth Rollins, bro?
Cause a distraction so he could catch a Superman punch and get speared. He set a pick. Exactly. He set a pick. Thank God he didn't roll his ankle during doing it, or hurt himself even more.
Oh my goodness!
We gotta have him back. We gotta have him back for next year. But sooner or later he'll be there and won't have an injury. It's like every time. Yeah.
The surprise of Saturday night's main event to me was that we had mentioned it last week on the show for all of you that tuned in last week, and I had mentioned something about like them making it a fatal 4-way at SummerSlam.
Yes.
And somehow like threading the needle to make Gunther and Sami involved in the WWE Championship match. And then they introduced the stipulation on SmackDown for the tag team match that if Sami and Gunther beat Cody and Punk, then they're going to be added to the match. And then they lose anyway, which was completely confusing to me because you don't usually add a stipulation like that if they don't follow through with it. Like,
well, I liked it because it added more like, okay, this shit's about to get real. Like it added more suspense to it. Like it added consequences in it. So I can't believe that I forgot to even mention it, because I kind of had thought about it at one point, and it seems obvious, just like the cat thing, the cat in the cage, that Nick Aldis was going to play a part in this the whole time.
Yeah.
Like it just makes sense, and it made sense, and we've been seeing it leading up to this point, but they kind of made us forget about it a little bit to a certain extent, and so now, obviously, we're going to have Nick Aldis and Gunther, which I thought that match was pretty great anyways, and the whole thing with Punk and Cody, and Punk just barely hitting Cody with the belt, and Cody throwing a temper tantrum backstage.
Cody crybaby.
Yeah, being a Cody crybaby, exactly, and it was nothing better than the SummerSlam kickoff show at Fanatics Fest when Punk said, "Okay, that was on accident. Now this is on purpose, bitch. I'm gonna give you something to cry about now." Yeah.
What a baller CM Punk is. I gotta tell you though, like the best case scenario out of this whole tag team match at Saturday Night's Main Event is what happened. And I can tell you why. Like, Sammy's kind of lost in the sauce right now.
That's what I'm gonna say. He's the odd man out, and I'm wondering what's gonna come into play with that. And they got to be careful going back to like where they were with like the conspiracy theory Sammy, because we don't want the same character, but at the same time, it's kind of the same shit going on. Besides the fact that he's been champion now, so I think this is the time that Kevin Owens is finally going to make his return, and this is going to be what they're going to do. We had rumblings, we had like little Easter eggs of CM Punk telling Damian Priest that, oh, me and Cody are going to come and take those tag team titles from y'all. So could we see Sammy and Kevin get together and go against Cody and Punk after all this is kind of done, and play something like that?
Yeah,
I don't know, it's.
I'm kind of confused, but I do like what they're doing with Gunther, and I know a lot of people are probably like, "Oh, this is what they're doing," but this will, because Nick Aldis is a good wrestler, and but he hasn't wrestled since he's been in WWE. So where they're going with this, obviously,
TNA. And people thought the original All In should have been Nick Aldis versus Cody Rhodes, I believe. Or
that was
correct.
It was, yes,
it was,
yes.
yeah. So.
And
people don't know. WWE Universe doesn't know,
right?
But Nick Aldis can go.
Yeah, I used to watch NWA Power weekly when he was the champion, and he can go, and ask Mickey James, he can go. But but this kind of feeds into the whole Gunther career killer angle thing, because they can do a stipulation. Oh, if I lose, I'll never wrestle again, and it'll add another notch in Gunther's belt. I don't whatever he wears, his trunks, I guess, and
his watches,
his robe, and his watches. So good callback. But yeah, so to have him kill Nick Aldis's career, and I don't know, I really think that that's kind of the best direction they can go with him right now if they're not going to have him in the main event title picture. So they got to keep him doing something, and this makes a lot of sense.
And I think the Fatal 4-Way would have been interesting to have for SummerSlam. It would have been cool. But I don't think you want to take away from Cody and Punk, because it's been brewing for so long and been something that people really want to see. And it's like two of the biggest stars. And you kind of don't want to dilute that with, even though they're great, Sammy and Gunther, and you want to kind of get a one-on-one thing and see where they're going to go with the story from that. Because maybe we got Randy Orton waiting out the miss. Maybe we got CM Punk waiting to turn heel. Maybe we have Cody waiting to turn heel. Like, we don't know what the fuck's going to happen with SummerSlam. I don't know. I have no idea. I think CM, I really do believe, I'm not just saying that because I'm a CM Punk fanatic. No. But I really believe CM Punk is going to come out of SummerSlam still as the Universal Undisputed Champion. Yeah, the Undisputed Champion. Yeah.
I think 3 out of the 4 people that are in the main events of SummerSlam were in the main events of WrestleMania, so people are kind of having some discourse about that. I don't really care. These are the 4 top guys, and like you said, do do you really want to mess with too much the Cody and Punk thing? I mean, this story's actually been brewing since, was it last year when Cody was about to fight John Cena? I think CM Punk came out and told him, hey,
Right.
you're getting wore down. This is going to, like they've been planting the seeds for this for quite a while.
And they've been tight. They've been friends. So it's like once you break that up, there's going to be a lot of animosity there, possibly. And even if they don't, once it gets off the rails, it's like.
Now, do you think this is
going to
get
get crazy?
Do you think this is going to be CM Punk's last run with the title? Like, he's probably not going to.
I mean, I would think so. I mean, we had like this debate when Punk first came in that he's never going to win a title and he's just here to do these matches. I think you kind of had said that possibly, but from what we saw, okay, and now going back to Unreal Season 3 again, we learned, and as you had said, you were completely correct that CM Punk got the title because so many of these injuries happened with the Vision, with Seth, and then with Bron Breakker, with Austin Theory and everything, and they had to pivot completely. So what we saw at WrestleMania was like a complete change of everything, unfortunately. And that was a big part of Unreal too, was Bron Breakker and Seth and all these injuries and them even, laughing, joking about it backstage that the Vision is cursed, because they've all gotten hurt. And it's crazy to think about, too, because it started with Seth acting like he's hurt and dropping, the crutches at SummerSlam. And then we get the Vision. We had the Vision before that. Never mind. But you see what happens with the injuries afterwards. So it's interesting. So, that's another reason why I'm not mad to see, Seth back in the main event. And he had also talked about in it that he's really never technically like main evented a WrestleMania. Seth hasn't, like a night 2 or whatever, or night 1 he technically did with Roman and Punk, right? But his other stuff were like cash-ins or this or that, or he was at the beginning beating Brock of Kofi Mania, so it's very interesting to see. So it seemed like Bron Breakker, they were ready to pull the trigger on him to win the Royal Rumble. Possibly they were kind of pushing towards that, and it seemed like maybe him and Seth at WrestleMania. So now it's interesting to see what's going to happen with Seth and Roman, because at first I was like, there's no way Roman's going to lose, but I don't know. It might be Seth, his time to get it back, and going back to you talking about Punk, was he supposed to get the championship? No. Is this his last run, as a champion? Quite possibly, but we don't know based on injuries, right? Because he was never supposed to have that in the first place, the world championship, and now he's got the undisputed championship. So who we don't know. And as he said, he came back, he's in better shape than ever. So maybe he's going for one last year. Maybe not. Maybe he's going to go to the wheels fall off, and he doesn't even know when that is. Who knows?
What I think, and it ties into this, a nice little segue, is like the whole Bloodline thing. I haven't been a fan of this new iteration of Bloodline or whatever. How random of a match is it going to be at SummerSlam where you have LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Sikoa taking on Jacob Fatu and the Usos? Like, what a random, and then we saw Jacob Fatu beat LA Knight on Raw because of all the shenanigans going on. And shout out to Royce Keys getting thrown in the mix of all this.
That's what I was going to say. Happy for Royce Keys.
Yes. And it's interesting. I kind of like this little, like, is he good? Is he not with Solo Sikoa? Like, it's kind of a cool little thing because he's put the work in for quite a while. But like, man, what a random, I don't know. It just seems
a random
so
6-man
out
tag
of nowhere.
match. Yeah.
And LA Knight coming out with so much fire and like saying he's going to put Roman Reigns down, he's going to do this and he's going to do that and all this. And then his two partners are just two guys that, he's had some interaction with Solo Sikoa, but
it's kind of like the match from last year at SummerSlam where you had Roman and Jay starting the show against like the Vision, or was it Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker? Was it? first SummerSlam. I was there. I
believe
don't
so.
remember, or something like that though. But yeah, you kind of get. We got to include everybody. That's the thing. We got to find a way to include everybody. We only got so much TV time to tell so much story, so we're not just gonna do all these single matches. So we gotta just include them in and make this one whole big story out of it. If you want to even go even further into the the conspiracy part of it, I guess you could say that Zilla Fatu announced online that he is off parole now.
Okay, here we go.
Yes. So
here we go, Zilla.
The conspiracies are here back. Zilla Fatu. Will he come out and help Roman Reigns or the Usos or Jacob Fatu at SummerSlam or WrestleMania?
We certainly know Zilla Fatu can come, but will he come out for SummerSlam is the big question.
Right. Yes. Will he come?
There was a loud-ass car outside of my window. I thought it was a sound effect you just put on, but it was the car zooming by.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, man. I think they really need to kind of die down on the whole bloodline thing. I mean, the MFT thing has kind of fizzled out.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of people are kind of over it for the most part, Yeah.
I'm pumped, man. SummerSlam is building up to be a kind of a 2-night extravaganza, as VKM used to say. There's big name matches, marquee matches. There's guys in the card that we want to see.
Everybody's complaining about the ticket sales. There's not enough sold. That's a lot of people. 30,000 people each night is a lot of people. And now you're going to fucking complain that the tickets are cheaper, that they lowered the tickets? We don't give a, just be happy. Nobody's saying that they did it because of the fans, but they're doing it because of the fans aren't buying the tickets. So indirectly, they are doing it one way or another for the fans because they need people in the building.
Yeah, and if you think about it, a lot of the smart fans probably thought, well, wait to buy the tickets because they're going to get cheaper.
That too, and that's what's been a thing too. So then that's what people have been doing too. So it's like you can't make anybody fucking happy with this shit.
Nah, never. There's always people online complaining, dude. The IWC has sucked the last couple of weeks, man. I can't stand it. It drives me up a fucking wall sometimes reading these fucking idiots posting dumbass shit.
Yep. Same people that wanted to complain with me like halfway through the season or at the beginning of the playoffs that the Knicks had no chance and OKC was going to take it all and nobody was going to do nothing and this and that and blah, 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 blah. And all these assholes ate crow now too. And then they want to jump on the bandwagon and be all happy. I done told them all already. I told them what it was. I'll tell them again, just like I told them. CM Punk champion.
It just doesn't make sense to me. The whole concept of you're never happy with anything. That's what the problem with the IWC is.
Just criticize to criticize.
Criticize just to criticize, and it's
whatever happens.
Numbers don't matter unless they are positive for you, and all of this different stuff. Oh, All In is selling more tickets than SummerSlam. Well, All In's their big event. SummerSlam's not WWE's big event, and All In's tickets have been on sale for almost a year. And, well, good for you. You've sold more tickets in a year's time, where SummerSlam tickets went on sale 2 months ago. So,
it's a different country, too. It's in how often do they go there?
It's a happening. Right. So, it just makes sense.
And, the hometown boys are already going to win the championship.
Mm-hmm.
We already know the ending. And sometimes there's nothing wrong with it being a little predictable because, we see it in every
Wait,
brand,
you're telling me that
company.
Kevin Knight isn't going to beat Kenny Omega this weekend? And
right. Exactly.
Oh, that's a big surprise.
Right.
AEW sucks.
Yeah, you know what else sucks? Speaking of things that suck in the IWC.
Okay.
Yeah, I was enjoying Saturday night's main event, and I happened to, take a few pictures off of the old X machine.
Okay.
I happened to take a few pictures off of X, off of WWE, off of just random stuff I saw on X, and post, I enjoyed the event. I loved it. I thought it was great. And then I look at my X account the next day and I get accused of stealing. Yeah, aren't you going to give credit to the people that took these pictures? I never said I went to the fucking event. So I got blocked by these fucking assholes. That wrestling podcast.
No.
Yeah. So, they clearly, they clearly want to be acknowledged. They clearly need attention for going to the event. So I'm going to present them this You Are Not Alone. You Deserve Love, Care, and Support bracelet to them. Yeah. And if you got a problem with it, go fuck yourself, bitch. Yeah.
I love it so much, man. Like this whole.
Like, what's the problem? It's fucking pictures on X. I didn't say I took the goddamn pictures. Like,
you need to credit who took that picture.
Like,
all right, well then all the pictures you put up of stuff for it having to do with WWE, you need to credit WWE in every single picture you post. Or I don't know. It's free use. The same thing as there's this content creator that makes like edits or whatever for different wrestlers, and if someone takes them and puts it up, they're like, oh, they took my artwork.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well then don't post it on the internet, you know what I mean? Or watermark your name in it so they can't take credit for it or something. Like, it's the internet. Like, what the hell are we supposed to do here?
Yeah,
like,
you're posting on a public platform that literally says that you don't own this afterward. Like, it's nobody wants to say it's your pictures. I'm sorry, like, your pictures were so great. Like, they weren't even that great. Like,
they weren't even that great.
I just took the picture quick because it was the quickest one that came up. Like, I would have easily found next time I'll find a better one because it wasn't that good. You need to get a better camera phone. Like,
we'll get better pictures next time and credit them because they're not being fucking dicks about it.
Well, they blocked me. I don't think they blocked the account, but one way or another, fuck off.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're getting real now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Unreal.
Unreal. We're getting unreal.
Unreal. Yeah. Let's fucking go.
Was that real hatred? Was that just a work? You'll never know.
Exactly.
With the Ringside Renaissance, you never know. We kind of toe that line, but we don't cross it.
At first, I was so mad about it, and I was pissed off, and I was just going to go off and make a whole post about it. And then I just thought about it. I said, these people just want attention, and they just need attention, and it is what it is. And, I feel bad for them, and if it hurt their feelings that bad, I'm sorry. Yeah.
But at least, that's probably the most interaction they've gotten on social media in a while. So it's good for them at the end of the day.
And if they don't accept the apology, they can fuck off, and I'll take on all 4 of those cocksuckers myself.
You go ahead.
Tell me what event we're going at. We going to MSG? I'll pull up. Yeah.
And I'll root you on.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You got this, pal.
Chicago typewriter, bitch.
That's right. Yeah. What a band. Shout out.
Yeah.
I would say I got your back, but you don't need it. You don't need my help. You're good.
Combat Jones.
Combat Jones.
Yeah.
I'm more of like a side character,
Yeah.
Kind of just lurk in the shadows. That's kind of where I, in a completely not creepy way. That's just what I do.
Hey, you got the Boston Bees hat. I wouldn't fuck with you, Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're damn right.
You don't fuck with the Celtics or the Red Sox either, or the Celtics, but
you don't
the
fuck
Celtics
with the Boston Bees hat.
Fucking suck this year.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Shout out the game. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. SummerSlam's. Everything. They got the World Heavyweight title match. They got the Undisputed Championship match. What the hell? The interim Women's Championship match is going to be taking place. I think everything in this is focused around 2 matches that aren't in the main event. And one is our boy Chad Gable finally going to get his hands on a singles title in WWE when he takes on Penta for the IC title. Yeah. And the other one, obviously, is the potential retirement match of Brock Lesnar with Obafemi and Hell in a Cell.
Right.
And
Let's get it on.
And I love how Gunther, like I said, mentioned with Gunther earlier, having them being fed Nick Aldis to him because he probably wanted that match with Brock Lesnar, and Brock won't give Gunther the retirement because, Brock might have similar ideals with like Gunther's country from about 80 years ago, but
right.
Allegedly, I don't know, but
there's a lot of people might have the same ideals with that. Who knows what's what anymore in the world, right?
Getting crazy out there. Yeah.
It's getting crazy out there. Yeah.
Take care of each other.
Yeah. Just love everybody for
Yeah,
Christ's
that's right.
sakes.
Just stop trying to fucking hate people.
Stop blocking me. Yeah.
Yeah, as we're hating all the internet. Like, stop hating people. Stop hating real people. The internet people, just go hate them all the time. But like real people in real life, like
fuck Wemby for getting that goddamn NBA 2K27
the cover?
Yeah, fuck him.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck that shit. He don't deserve that shit. Yeah.
Are we gonna
that ain't the face of the NBA.
We're gonna get to
the face of the NBA.
We're gonna get to the segment of the show where this is just kind of us getting our aggression out. And we just have to kind of leave everything on the showroom floor here so we don't take it with the rest of our lives, you know. And
but so yeah, Chad Gable is gonna be I'm very much looking forward to that match with Penta, especially it being in his hometown, and you know the clap with his song is catching on even more. Like I said, like it's gonna turn into a full thing. Like,
okay, but it's going to, because you know why? Because the Minnesota Vikings do the Skull thing. Skull.
Oh, is that a thing? Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So being in the Minneapolis or the Minnesota Vikings stadium for that, it's like kind of like a crossover. You know what I mean?
It's almost like he planned it. Like
I can't believe I just did a fucking Skull. Yeah, like I can't believe I just did that, man. I'm not a real Packers fan, but like yes, that's like. Wow. That's kind of like their thing at the beginning of the game, or like when they're pumping up third down or whatever they do. It's like an old Vikings chant.
So it makes sense with Chad Gable. It makes sense with his song, and it fits his hometown. So it's perfect. Comes out, I like it even more, man. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be at home.
They're probably gonna blow the Viking horn when he comes out and shit. Like they're gonna do like a whole thing with it, I think. So
yeah. He's gonna bring out Neon, the streamer, afterwards, and he's gonna rip Penta's mask off.
Oh no!
Yeah, and stream it live, like he tried to do backstage at Fanatics Fest. Yeah, I don't even know if you know who that is, but yeah, it's the streamer kid Neon. Yeah.
Now, I gotta say, do you think Chad's gonna go full heel here in his hometown after this whole redemption thing he's doing? With this whole redemption tour Chad Gable's been on, he should be on the AEW pay-per-view this weekend.
Oh, yeah, that would fit perfect. Yeah, they could have called it that. But yeah, you know, and that goes back to the match or whatever on Monday Night Raw in general, and a lot of people didn't like Monday Night Raw. I thought it was actually decent for what it was, for not having, you know, this or that, and I didn't, you know, care for the main event and that stuff, but a lot of the other like smaller mid card matches, I thought were better, and the little storytelling stuff they have wasn't too bad at all. Yeah,
Obafemi and JD McDonough was an instant classic.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole Danhausen thing with the money and the brand and Liv and everything, and we know Liv took the money and we know what she spent it on now. Right. We know what she donated on. You got any thoughts on that?
I have a couple.
I already know how you feel about Liv. Like
I strongly feel about her. And do you know we're gonna get into, and I'm gonna segue this into what CM Punk said, because I saw a video online like, you fucking weirdos need to leave these fucking wrestlers alone at their hotels and shit, because it's getting fucking weird.
With the dad, the mom, and the kid going back to the last,
And
fucking idiots.
They did it to Liv Morgan the other day too. Like she was going to her hotel, and like this guy was following her in with his camera, and like other people were coming, and like I'm not a big Liv Morgan fan whatsoever, but it's it's fucking weird at this point. It's borderline stockish, but like going back to Liv Morgan, like, you know, my thoughts on her.
Came out publicly and said anything. Like she has never came out and said I believe in this or I believe in that. Like it's people's fucking opinion. Like it's a free fucking country, freedom of religion, freedom of whatever the fuck you want to do. Like mind your fucking business. Like all these corporations, like you want to be mad about it, you want to be boycotted. Like the Wi-Fi you're using, the company that is supplying that, I guarantee you don't support what they do either, in every facet of life, with everything you eat, with everything you watch, every corporation running everything, but you're mad about a fucking wrestler, one person, and things they like online, or somebody that they're dating, and what their family does. Like, don't you got something better to do, or like you want to change the world? Like, that ain't the place to start. Like, you want to have an opinion on it? You're free to do that too, but this fucking entertainment, man. We're watching a fucking WWE show. Like, we already know what Roman Reigns supports, or Cody supports, or this support, like, or what they don't, or what Punk does or doesn't support. Like, you don't have to agree with it totally, or a little bit, or somewhat. But regardless, like, I'm there for the entertainment, and I still like these people, and I'm still a fan of them, and I still enjoy watching it, regardless.
And it's like the same people that are like shitting on her for it, shout out Vince McMahon, are the same people that like are the ones that were so enthralled with the Liv Dom thing. Oh, they're such an amazing couple. They're such a cute couple. Like you're living in this fantasy land, like these two are actually a couple, when you know in real life that Dom is married to somebody else. But then when something in real life actually happens, you can't separate that from the character anymore. When you were already separating the fact that Dom is married and their on-screen relationship is completely like fabricated and unreal. But like this whole thing is like, oh, we can't recover from this. This is it, you know. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things that
and not saying it's right or wrong regardless, but like it doesn't matter. Like, it has it's not your fucking business.
And there's a lot of different things, like I can kind of like, without us getting into like the whole political thing and all this other stuff, like we kind of try to stay out of it. We make little comments here and there, but like, you know, if like an artist I like or somebody is directly like making like a musician is making music and songs that are conflicting with my views of how I think things should go. Yeah, no, I'm not going to listen to that.
Right.
But like the art is in the ring, and the art is kind of like, she don't bring that shit up in the ring or on the microphone or anything else. And as much as I can't stand Liv Morgan, it's like, you know what, you got to separate the two a little bit. I mean,
and you don't even know if it is what it is anyways. Like, and you know, people, if you want to be mad at something, you know, you could go back to AEW with like CM Punk and FTR with like the colors they were wearing and the stuff they were pushing in the signs and stuff like that. Like, if you're really that much into, you know, or this or that, or whoever thinks whatever, like, I guarantee everybody on that roster has a different opinion and view and political stance and something that you do not agree with. Like, you want everybody to agree with you and think the same thing and donate towards the same thing and everything. Like, look, all the stuff that CM Punk supports and donates towards and don't want to go forward with, you know, with the animals and the dogs and stuff, but y'all still fucking hate him.
Yeah.
Why? Because he left the company that you fucking that are watching, but in reality you hate because of what they stand for and the money that they donate to certain people.
Well, and again, you go on these social media platforms that are owned and ran by the same people that you're claiming to hate, and you're like looking to get interactions and impressions and whatever to eventually get revenue and become monetized on these companies to make money from the person that you're saying you don't agree with their political views. Like, it's like a crazy like form of hypocrisy that like it just really doesn't make sense to me at the end of the day. Like, I mean, you can kind of have your own views and be in your own pocket, but like if you're wanting to come out with those and have your opinion, then you have to be okay with somebody's opinion being differing than yours. Like, it just is what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, if you're going to say something, expect somebody's going to say something back, you know, and everybody had their own opinion, and like, it is what it is. Like, you might end up looking just as stupid as you think they look at the end of the day.
Worse.
Or worse. Yeah.
They're you're not even a blip on their radar, and they're still collecting their paychecks. And meanwhile, you're crying and squabbling and you know, all this, you know, I mean, look at back when Brock Lesnar came back and all these podcasters and streamers and social media people, oh, we're gonna boycott WWE. Here it is a year later, and they're still talking about WWE, and they're still going to the shows, and they're
people
still
love Brock Lesnar,
Fest.
and they claim they hated him. And you could have last year at SummerSlam, the pop was crazy for Brock Lesnar coming out. So it's like, it's fucking entertainment, man. just watch it. Like you watching a movie, a TV show, or this or that. Like I'm sure you don't agree with the actors' views or what they put their money towards or this or that anyways either, or the music, like you said, or anything. Like at the end of the day, just enjoy it. And if you don't want to watch it, don't fucking watch it. And like you talking about it on Twitter, X, TikTok, whatever, and making posts about it and trying to get people canceled with it and cancel people and get people on your bandwagon. Like, it's not going to change anything. You're not going to change the world. Like, sorry.
Man, we're getting deep with this, man. This is the deepest I've ever gone.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
It's unreal. This is
yeah,
unreal.
this is very unreal.
Renaissance.
Are we being
Yeah,
real or are we just fucking around?
right.
You can ask the old lady. I don't get very deep usually, but in this episode,
Yeah.
in this episode, I'm really getting there. Yeah, well, bringing it back to the wrestling thing, man. Like, I'm kind of bummed out. Liv Morgan isn't kind of doing anything. Like, both the
Yeah.
women's titles are kind of just like lost in purgatory right now, and it kind of sucks. And there's not a lot going on. Like, legitimately, I forgot who the women's Intercontinental Champion was.
Same. And
Like,
and the Fatal Attraction took the titles to a Saturday Night Main Event. So that whole the Brie thing, the Bella twins, and Paige, and we're gonna see where that's gonna end up going. And then we got Jade coming in, and she's been looking very strong with the baddies. So
like, where's Becky Lynch been?
Taking her time off too,
Okay.
and unfortunately, if you saw Bianca Belair's finger too on that she posted the picture or whatever, it's still not looking great, unfortunately for her. And that's too bad. That's just like a big loss. Naomi, we haven't heard anything about her in a
Anything.
while, so I mean, we'll get towards like the Rumble and Money in the Bank, and of course those speculations will start to happen with her and the other people too, and AJ Lee and
She was at San Diego
Stephanie
Comic-Con.
Vicker. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's true.
I
yeah,
just saw that
exactly.
posted.
Yeah,
Yep. So she
and
is still
Stephanie
kind of
Vicker. So it's
just a crazy like mix. Like I said, like the women's division was so hot for a while.
Yeah.
And it just kind of died off, and like even like the like United States title is kind of just Trick Williams won it, and it's kind of like it's got its little thing and whatever. But like,
yeah, and Trick's great. He's got a lot of charisma. Like he really does. And watching, he had a lot in Unreal too. Actually, now that I think about it, and he's very interesting. The little Yachty thing, I think, is kind of getting played out. But I think Trick is really is a star though.
Oh, I agree. But like I'm just saying, as far as
Yeah.
like the championship goes, like I feel like it just had a lot more momentum with the
Right.
Carmelo Hayes holding it.
Okay.
And Carmelo Hayes, I think, really was like putting some shine on that title and kind of putting it up there. And and shout out to Carmelo Hayes too, because he kind of got lost in the sauce when he got called up from the NXT to the main roster. But like
Right.
now it just kind of seems like it's kind of just floating along again with Trick Williams. I wish he would kind of not even do like an open challenge every week like Carmella was doing, or Ilya or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I kind of wish that it would just get a little bit more. I'm trying to think of like the word for it. It would just get a little bit more play, I guess.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
defend the title every couple weeks. Have
Look
something
forward
go
to it
on with it.
more. Yeah, and see
Yeah.
what's going on with it. But Trick is interesting because he really does have that charisma, and he can really talk and just pull shit, and say whatever. And it kind of reminds me of The Rock
Agreed.
at the beginning there where he's starting. So I think sooner or later it's just going to catch on even more with the things he says, and he's going to be off to the moon with that. And talking about NXT and people that came up.
Yes.
We don't want to forget about it this time. We were going to mention it last time, but Mike Santana, baby.
He's here.
Debuted. He's here. Yeah. Born nasty. Yeah.
Dude, what a debut, too. That dude's got like, that dude got an aura about him. He's got such an aura. I don't think he's going to stay in NXT very long. I think that's kind of like he's going to kind of do his thing and then just move up to the main roster, almost like Ricky Saints did.
Yeah, Ricky
And
Saints,
you know,
yeah.
these AEW sickos, oh, here's another AEW guy that WWE signed. Like, they don't have half of like the old WWE stars over in AEW right now working for them. Like, it just
Right.
is, I don't.
And they're bringing
Whatever.
more too, because now we got another video vignette of Cass, a big Cass, you know, and they showed more of them. So what is this gonna be? Who's he gonna go up against? I mean, he's a big dude. Maybe they're bringing him in for like Obafemi and to have something like that to make it kind of believable, you know. Unless Enzo is gonna show up and, you know, light the, you know, the tag team division on fire, one of them,
Maybe
or something.
maybe the revival comes back, because that was such a classic tag team feud, man.
That's
like
true. Yeah.
Not FTR, the revival versus Enzo and Cass, man. Like NXT, that was when NXT was hopping back in the day, man. And they could really rebuild that, because if you watch AEW, because we do watch AEW, they haven't been around since Cope and Christian won the tag titles and made them say I quit. So maybe they quit AEW and they're coming back to the E.
Maybe Punk made a phone call, you know, and he's working his magic. So
we'll see.
We'll see. On the road to SummerSlam, and it's getting pretty interesting. Yeah. Well, SmackDown. We'll see what happens with that. That should be interesting with Cody and Punk going forward, to see how much really that friendship breaks down after the match, if there's any type of heel turn with it, or if they're able to kind of work it out and you know, be gentlemen about it. And maybe we'll see them go for the tag team titles against like Sami and KO or something like that. Should be interesting. I don't know. There's so many different variables at play with that. I'm looking forward to that. Unlike other people, which is just doom and gloom and think everything completely sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But we're on the road to SummerSlam, and it's looking good. The week after next, August 1st and 2nd, or 2nd and 3rd, Saturday and Sunday.
1st and 2nd
of August. Here we go, baby. Minneapolis, Minnesota. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I can't wait. We're going to do our predictions episode next week. I'm just going to say all the hometown heroes are going to win, except for Brock Lesnar. Shit, then no.
Right.
We'll wait and see. Just tune in next week and see what we're going to do. Leave your predictions in the comments below.
Yes.
Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what you think about political stuff and everything else, because we love reading about that shit.
Let us know what you think about Liv Morgan. And it's time to bring it home for Punk and Cody and Seth and Roman. Time to heat it up this last week right here. This is the home stretch. Time to put all the cards on the table and blow everybody's mind and drop your pipe bombs and all of the above, and see what they want to talk about. And
I got to do a quick shout out too to the AEW mole that's on Twitter. If you haven't followed the AEW mole, that's a lot of fun. Somebody that is he behind the scenes? Is he not behind the scenes? I tell you what he is behind he's behind a follow of the Ringside Renaissance, and he sure likes a lot of our posts. So I don't know if he's actually an AEW mole or not, but hey, listen, we'll take a job with AEW. Just just give us a call. Let us know what's going on.
Yeah, we can help out one way or another. We'll figure it out. But we appreciate the inside information, and it's very interesting, and it seems to ring true most of the time. It seems very accurate. So we got our own whistleblower. So it's been disclosure day for a while for us with this stuff. So
and Tony Khan, if you're listening, like, I don't do coke anymore, but I still know some guys that can get it for you.
We can
we can make a few phone calls if we need to.
I'll call Pablo for you, Tony.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. We know you got the money. So we're on the road to SummerSlam, baby. Yeah, and we are, as seen on Netflix, busted open approved, the original bad boys of the wrestling podcast world. And we are rated RR for Ringside Renaissance. And that is the best co-host, the best tag team partner, the best friend in the world. Very deadly Jesse. Yeah. And I'm Andrew. Combat Jones. And you've been listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast. Peace.